Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Raven Remastered.
The bottle should be full of
HD
water,
Turbo Edition.
unless the good constable.
Nah,
No
we're not
way
playing
to
Street
verify
Fighter.
that. I can't get
How many
the bottle
fucking
without
versions of
him
that game are
noticing.
there?
Oh, there's Street Fighter,
Stowaway
Street Fighter
surely didn't sleep well
Champion
last night in
Edition,
the cargo hold,
Turbo Edition,
although his
Turbo
cell is
Champion
probably
Edition.
more comfortable than my cabin.
This is specifically Street Fighter 2.
Oh, what the?
I wonder if this game is an advanced version of bocce. Maybe the inventor realized that it's difficult to play ball games on a boat and came up with an alternative.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Be interesting.
Yeah.
Creator of Bocce was trying to play on a boat, but the balls just keep rolling around.
I'll be real with you, I'm not even sure what bocce actually is.
Salty sea air
You played
my
it in
old
Assassin's Creed
lungs,
3.
Wind in my thinning hair. If I hadn't become a policeman,
That doesn't help.
I could have been a sailor.
Yeah, you throw a ball, like one ball, and then you just try to throw a ball as close as you can to it.
Oh, like a hacky sack game?
Yeah,
Okay.
but these were like proper balls.
I don't remember that shit in Assassin's Creed at all. Wow.
Yeah, you played it with George Washington and I think Benjamin Franklin.
Oh god. I don't know why, but that's just so funny. It's like, oh yeah, we played it with George Washington. Yeah, okay, cool. I forget what the fuck we're supposed to be doing.
Well, someone was murdered. You know,
Yes.
the Baroness.
Mm,
We don't know who it was.
right. Oh, we're gonna
Because-
investigate the room. That's right.
Yeah,
Yes, thank you.
I suggested going out front, see if Matt and his mom were there.
No sign of them. They must still be in their cabin then.
Maybe.
I better ask
If they're
the
even on the
book.
boat.
My
No. I'm folding my clothes here.
This is
Stay
the
off my
first
shirt.
murder scene I've ever set foot in.
Your cat trying to get on your clothes.
Yes.
Oh, kitty.
How dare you? My shirt is not some place for you to just romp around on.
Wait a minute.
Freely.
There should be a
What?
ventilation shaft behind the hatch.
Look at where the blood
Usually
is.
a good way to break in and out undetected. But we're on a ship. The ventilation shafts are very small here.
We've also learned that someone tried to drug the doctor, but drugged us instead.
The most unportable portmanteau I've ever seen. The most
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Another alarm. It was tripped at some point. The seal is broken. But there's no way of telling whether it happened yesterday or 5 years ago.
Yeah, that seems like shit you should be on top of, you know?
It's an old ship. They're not gonna replace every little thing.
You should. That's the whole fucking reason for, like, codes and upkeep and shit.
Remember, this is the 1960s.
Yeah, people didn't care nearly as much.
A portable bar is more like it. Must be hard work transporting this big, heavy thing halfway around the globe. And the Baroness was lucky that the other freight cars were only lightly damaged by the explosion. An impressive
Lightly
piece,
damaged by
but
the
I don't think it'll
explosion.
get me anywhere with the murder investigations.
Oh, hello.
Notepad. I was shot
The
today
notepad has the
at
ship
3 p.m.
I suppose all the first-class cabins have them.
Oh, wait, okay. Something important's happening.
Oh. Oh! Yeah! Keep going down.
Inspector, be in the saloon at 10 p.m. There is a murderer on board, and I will expose him.
Oh, that's why she was killed.
So when she went, oh goodness, and swooned, and then was like, again, harder. So she saw the killer and recognized them. But it can't be anybody on the train because she would
It
have
says,
recognized them
Inspector,
in the tunnel.
be in the saloon at 10 p.m. There is a murderer
Right?
on board, and I will
Yeah.
expose him. B.
So it's either the
The
captain,
Baroness
the
seems
stowaway.
to have known the murderer, and that means that the Raven can't be the murderer. He never killed anybody. Legrand probably never got the message. Otherwise, he'd have said something.
So we need to go give that to Legrand.
The mannequin surely came with the cabin. A mannequin for the Baroness's clothes would have a more generous figure.
You can call her fat, dude. It's okay.
Yeah, she's dead. It's not like her
Some
ghost is gonna
clothes.
haunt you for the rest of eternity.
By Van Gogh, I presume.
Saying her ass is
I
fat.
like to paint that sort of thing. Can't
Those
be an
don't-
original. They cost thousands of francs.
Those don't look like sunflowers in the picture over here. Ah, well, fine then.
The portholes face the side deck. If someone climbed out of the cabin through a porthole, Legrand and I would have seen them.
Oh, I see that shit under the bed right there. Hold on, before we do that.
Apparently, the Baroness didn't have time to unpack her bags. Or rather, didn't have time to tell her butler to unpack them for her. Sifting through all that would take ages.
Plus,
But
that's
here,
kind of creepy.
The Baroness's handbag.
Oh,
Aha.
what? What's that?
A small
notebook.
leather-bound book. 1964 is engraved on it. This must be the Baroness's diary. Let's
Examine the
see.
diary.
Yes, it's a diary, all right. Difficult to read. No entry from yesterday.
I'm getting sloshed off my
A
ass.
brief, sober description of what she's done recently. Met Morris, arranged benefit concert for renovation of Louvre Southeastern Wing, Times photo shoot for Eye of Sphinx, BM, poor excuse for photographer, too fidgety,
Doesn't seem exactly helpful.
and so on.
Yeah.
This entry looks strange. The handwriting is shaky, difficult to read. Dreamt of Bobby. Yesterday would have been his birthday. Next week, Jay's.
So I'm guessing her children.
Children.
The
Pets,
Baroness
maybe.
was a very busy woman, and it looks like she had to cope with the loss. She writes about Bubby and Jay. Neither seem to be alive anymore. Almost every family lost loved ones in the war. Maybe hers as well. I'll leave it there. I don't
Oh,
have
okay.
Search
time
the
to
handbag
read all of
again.
it.
Oh,
Cosmetics, a handkerchief, a spectacles case. Nothing special.
Okay.
Alright, let's see what this is.
Yeah, always a good idea to examine them until there's
Something's
nothing you
under
can do
there.
else.
Yeah, exhaust your options.
Down feathers, maybe from a quilt or a pillow.
A homemade
Nothing
silencer.
special. Although,
No,
it
wait.
seems like one of the feathers was scorched at
Yep.
the top, literally burnt. I'll take it with me.
Press the gun to a pillow and shoot.
And then the
Big,
shot
ugly, and
came from
impractical
elsewhere.
vase. If it had a wider opening, one could at
Interesting.
least use it as an umbrella stand.
So she had been killed previously. She had already been killed, and the guy left.
What a coincidence, man.
A tape recorder.
Oh!
Must go with the built-in speakers. Probably part of the cabin's furnishings.
Did it record
The
anything?
tape recorder is older than the hills, but it was once very expensive. Top of the range. And it doesn't come
I
cheap.
mean, that's all technology, man. Technology is always expensive when it's new. And then the older it gets, the less expensive it is because it's just easier to make.
Strange.
Ah?
There's only one reel,
Yeah?
and it's the wrong one.
What is it?
No. No sign of the original reel. A reel made by Zeibling. I know the brand. Zeibling's tapes can be overwritten many times without losing quality. They're used in offices so that executives can record messages for the secretaries on the same tape over and over again. But they're not good for much else. They're robust, but they don't offer much in terms of sound quality. A real Zeibling.
Oh.
What?
The gunshot was a recording.
Interesting. So it was, we were lured away from the real cause. The real issue.
There's still blood
Yeah,
on
the gunshot
mattress.
here
The
was...
sheet and the blanket
If she had
have
been
already
shot
been
previously
removed
using the...
to analyze them, I suppose.
Using
Like
the
she was
silencer
yeah.
with the pillow. And then they set the recorder to go and they get out quick. Then, once the sound finally goes, they're long gone.
Nothing.
Was there any way to lock it from the outside? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
Can't see anything. Wow, heavier than it looks.
Please don't
You
drop,
can drop it.
Oh, look at
More.
that. More feathers.
Ah,
More scorched feathers, I would wager.
more feathers, and they're singed as well.
Yep.
So there's something in that vase that's being hidden.
I'd better take it with me.
Probably a pillow in there. Examine the vase again, why not?
Why were the down feathers tossed in the vase? Or is there anything else in there? There may be something else in the vase, but the neck is too narrow to reach in with my hand.
Do we have any...
Tongs!
Could work.
Yes.
There's something in there. Ah,
It's the gun! No.
someone stuffed this in the vase.
That's the pillowcase.
Looks like it's been used to muffle a gunshot. If this isn't an important discovery, I don't know what is.
Okay, so
Legrand, here I come.
we've definitely got our story together. The killer came in shortly after, used the pillowcase to muffle the gunshot, then played a recording of a gunshot on the tape recorder to trigger when they were long gone. So that when someone heard a
it's nothing but
gunshot,
silence until a certain point where the gunshot goes off.
so they could be sitting pretty and go, "Oh, I was with you guys when you heard the gunshot. You know, of course."
The blood spot is the only sign that someone committed a crime in here.
1 second, I gotta blow my nose.
Somehow... That's odd. The blood is so... red. Shouldn't it gradually darken in the air? Turn brown?
Yeah, it doesn't add up, because that's in the wrong spot.
That might be why.
Like, it said that she was, like, shot in the heart immediately, right? Or something like that?
Yep.
The
Shot in the
unusual
heart and
color of
died
the blood
immediately.
could be something that Legrand and Dr. Gebhardt missed last night.
So, yeah.
All cats are gray in the dark, as the saying goes. I should take a sample.
Do we have something for that? No. No, we have, you need to find like a napkin or something.
I guess our stowaway knocked me out. Whatever his story is, he's not a thief. Nothing's missing from my wallet. The unusual color... All...
So I need something to take a sample.
The portholes are locked. One cannot open or close them from outside. It's the same problem as with the door. If someone left the cabin through the porthole, how did they lock it?
They have
and
a
the
key.
Baroness wasn't shot from outside. The doctor said she was shot at close range.
So So we're gonna have to come back once we have the thing we need.
I can't say why.
Well, yeah, there's...
And it seems impossible. But something tells me that the murderer entered and left the cabin through the door. The only question is how.
They have a
Yeah, they
copy
had a
of the-
key for the door.
The door frame was damaged when Dr. Gebhardt kicked it in. The real question is, why was the door locked in the first place? Assuming
Oh, I
the
got a
murderer
trophy.
isn't a
Crime scene
magician,
investigator.
and the Baroness locked the door herself before she went to bed, the murderer couldn't have left the cabin through the door. So, the murderer must have still been in here when Dr. Gebhardt kicked the door in. Which is unlikely, because someone would have seen him.
No, he was
Or
long gone.
He found another way out of the cabin.
Well, the question is, who else would have a key to the Baroness's room besides
Well,
her?
The captain, or someone who stole from the captain.
Her butler.
Oh my.
So
You
it'd
are
be, I
correct.
doubt it would be difficult to take the key from him, make a copy of it.
You are correct. We need to find something to... Well, hello there.
Oh, hey, we're talking about you. Speak of the devil
The
and such.
Baroness's butler looks like he didn't get much sleep. I would describe his facial expression as worried.
Well, that is fair. You know, his mistress just fucking died. So if he
Yep, but
didn't
he's
do it
pretty much out of a
himself,
job.
he's pretty much screwed, yeah. Like, what is the... No one's gonna hire this guy. What are you talking about? Crazy.
Yeah,
Hello,
he's really
Mr.
shifty
Inch.
now.
Oh, Constable, hello.
You look the worse for wear. It must be terrible for you.
Quite terrible. No one will hire me now.
Yeah,
I knew
Excuse
it.
me?
My mistress was murdered. Would you hire a butler who's been mixed up in a murder?
But if it turns out that you're not guilty...
If. But what if not? Who else would they blame? There are no gardeners on this ship.
I understand your problem.
So it's just like
Under
what you were
these
saying, where it's like
circumstances,
first suspicion
I'm
falls
sure
to the
you'd
butler.
answer some questions
Mhm.
that could help clear your name, wouldn't you?
Of course.
Alright.
Did you notice anything suspicious last night?
No, sir. After the Baroness went to the saloon, I went to the forecastle. I was there until the alarm went off. I went to the side deck and arrived shortly after Professor Lucien and Miss Miller. We found you and Inspector Legrand there. You were unconscious, and the inspector asked us to take care of you.
Did you hear the gunshot?
No, just the alarm, sir.
You said you were on the forecastle. It sounded like the Baroness let you have the rest of the night off.
Not entirely, sir. One of the crew informed me that the Baroness wanted to be roused at 10:15.
Right. Why was that?
I suppose that she wanted to toast the success of the journey with the captain and the other passengers.
She hadn't intended to take a nap then.
That was not her way, sir. She had a lot of spirit, shall we say, when it came to social engagements and a glass or two of champagne.
So she was drugged.
The
yep.
Baroness's cabin seems to have been ransacked.
Indeed, sir, by the Baroness herself.
Ah.
Really?
She was searching for something the entire afternoon.
Oh?
And did she find it?
I think she did, sir, yes. She was in high spirits when she finally left her cabin.
You wouldn't happen to know what she was looking for, would you?
I'm afraid not.
Would you describe the Baroness as orderly?
Well, she always had a lot of responsibilities, sir.
So
That
no.
doesn't answer my question.
The answer is no.
She used to take a lot of luggage on journeys, and I helped her keep track of it as best I could. She was always very angry when she couldn't find something.
What about the photos and the documents I saw in her cabin?
I really don't know. They were out of bounds to me, sir. Memories from the war, I'd say. They meant a lot to her.
The Baroness seemed to be pretty drunk the last time I saw her.
It's
Is that
possible that
so?
the
Does that
captain
surprise you? Did the Baroness not drink?
might be the one that she fainted when she saw.
Drank. It was no secret.
Maybe.
I understand.
Because he was
How serious
known
was her
for
habit?
being in the war.
Serious enough.
Maybe
sir.
he's the
Was she
one
under
who
any medical supervision?
killed Bubby and
Certainly
Jay.
not, sir. She adamantly refused to see a doctor. Like so many elderly women, she had a distinct aversion to hospitals and the like.
Alright. Well, that's all the time we have for today. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you later.
Yeah, adios.
That picture over there kind of looks like Markiplier doing like a weird face.
Kind of.